G'day guys, Big Ted. How are we all going? So the last time I managed to get out of Melbourne was back in June, just after Queen's birthday weekend, and what seemed like forever. 4 or 5 months later, we've been able to get back out into the bush again. This time heading up north. It's just myself and Jim who's in front of me. I must say, it does feel good to be out of Melbourne. Lockdown's been pretty hard, I suppose, for everybody. There are worse people off than myself, but at least I managed to go to work every day. But really looking forward to this trip. We're going away for a few days, and hopefully we can come back with some deer. So keep watching. So we're on our way out for a morning hunt. Let's see how we go this morning. Yesterday we went out for an afternoon sesh and walk along this track, probably just under a kilometre in, and we'll climb up this hill. Me being the fittest person in the world was extremely puffed, and just as we got to the crest we bumped a couple of fellow. One went to the right, one went to the left, and I had the one on the left in my crosshairs, and yeah, I just couldn't hold the gun. Couldn't hold the gun steady enough. The crosshairs were moving around, up and down, left, right, and she hopped off a bit, and she came out from these bushes, and all I could see was her bum. Couldn't get a clear shot. Then she just went off into the bush. We tried to stalk her, but couldn't find her, so we ended up walking a little bit further down the track and just did a sit and wait. So we sat and waited, and unfortunately nothing eventuated. So now we're trying our luck in the morning, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Nice and fresh this morning. The birds are chirping. Yeah, catch you later. It's amazing what a winter's worth of rain can do. We're here in February. This whole area was just burnt to a crisp. It's just ash and dirt everywhere. Not a sign of greenery. Come back 9 months later, it's just overgrown. Wildlife is back. Birds haven't stopped chirping. Just wish the deer would come back. We did see a couple under lights the other night, but they were outside the property, didn't bother. Plus they're on the other side of the creek. Sort of wallow. It doesn't look like it's been used recently though. So no one over there. So I've come back to the spot where we bumped the two fellow yesterday afternoon. The wind's been acting like crazy, coming in from behind, going up the hill, and now it's actually changed and it's in my face. So hopefully that's for the better. I'll just head on a little bit further up, find somewhere to sit, and we'll play the waiting game. So I found my spot. I found a little dirt mound. The wind has changed in my favour, thank God. So just going to sit here and wait. The sun's slowly going down. The birds are chirping. It's a beautiful afternoon. Blue skies. Light wind. Lots and lots of long grass. And we've got Farmer Joe in the background cutting his hay. Well, another trip is over. You know, since our last trip in June, I've been hanging for this lockdown to finish. And you know, 4 long months later it's finished, and we came up to our usual place. As I mentioned in my first video, this place had been completely decimated by the bushfires. When we came up in February, it was just yeah, it was just ash and burnt trees, no ground, no wildlife. The property we're staying on, the house is completely ruined. So we came back up here for this weekend, and it's amazing how much this whole area has just regenerated. There's heaps of grass, there's heaps of bracken, you know, waist high. We were going through grass up to my chest yesterday. We saw, you know, a few footprints here and there, and in the neighbouring valley we saw heaps of beds. Managed to bump two fallow the other day, and you know, couldn't get a clean shot, so that was it. But you know, over the past 5 days we've enjoyed ourselves. You know, just happy to be out of Melbourne and happy to be back into the bush. This will be our last trip for the year, so bring on April. Thanks for watching, and catch you guys later.